I'm feeling absolutely amazing. It was 4 days of just family and bliss and community and deep healing. I learned a ton of stuff. Within the first 15 minutes, Paul taught me the yes and theory, which for me, I'm very mercurial. I go way up into yes, and then I go way down into no, and I end at zero oftentimes. And so yes and is a way to kind of build and stair step into much better places. So within the first 15 minutes, I got a life skill that I'm actually gonna use and carry forward. But getting into my heart, I could feel it. I can still feel it. We activated our Merkabas, and I'm so grateful because now that I can go into my heart space, I'm much more empowered. I was telling my friend Michael this morning that I spent a lot of money going to healers and intuitives, trying to figure out what's going on with me. But now I can go into myself and connect to my higher consciousness and have that direct connection. And so that's really going to take my life to the next level. Yeah, this is my first time in Joshua Tree. It's kind of similar to where I live now, and I love where I live, obviously. The energy is great. There's, quartz and crystals everywhere. It's definitely a cool vibe. During all the meals, Michelle was telling us about where the food came from, and you really got a sense of how creative this community is, and I really enjoyed that because there was a story behind the eggs, behind the milk, behind the vegetables and the olives that they grew here, and it's a beautiful, serene area. It was very quiet. It was you could just feel a peace in your being, and I think this is a great spot to have the workshop. Well, now that I have these new skills, I'm really honing in on my big life purpose. I feel like I'm 45 now, so the first half of my life is really building up the skills to really go into the world and make a major impact. And being able to connect to my heart and that deep sense of personal empowerment to move forward. I'm creating 10 things at any given time. So I don't know which thing I'm gonna pick necessarily, but I know in the next 2 months, there's a major changes coming. And this is definitely the catalyst to launch me. So I'm not just in this holding pattern. I've been in a bit of a holding pattern that kind of started with COVID. And now I feel like it's time to go full galactic, basically. We're living in incredible times. I don't know where this is going. I don't think anybody does. But now I have the tools. I have an activated Merkaba. Everybody in our group was able to activate the Merkabas. And we had just an amazing family dynamic with everybody who came. We're like a little family now. And it really makes you understand the connectedness of the universe. It wasn't just an abstract idea. We're applying what we learned and what we're feeling in our heart.